Hi guys, I know this video is long overdue. Check out my new hair. If you follow me on Twitter, then you've already seen a picture of it, but obviously it's not as short as I was gonna go, but it's different. It has some fresh new layers to it, and I got some bangs. I was so tempted to put all the length, to start this video and put all the length like behind my head, like tie it back and just use the like a couple short layers and be like, look how short it is. But I didn't do it. I just decided I would just show you how it is. I got about 2 inches off, and she showed me how to do the bangs because I had bangs in the past couple years. I would get bangs every now and then, and I never knew how to do them. Every time I would try to style them, they would just go up and blend in with my hair, and I could never get them to swoop. So she showed me how to get them to swoop. You curl them up and then just let them fall and brush them aside and put some hairspray in them. So it works. It works really well. I was really excited about learning how to do my bangs now. So yeah, the length is still really long, but I couldn't do anything too drastic. And Matt was terrified. Like, he came home from work after I did that video that day, and he watched the video, and he's like, wait, hold on a second, what's going on here? You're cutting your hair off? Like, I made it sound like I was going to do something drastic, which I ended up not doing. The girl who cut my hair was awesome because she, like, before she cut even like the littlest bit, she'd be like, how's that? Is that okay? Is that where you want it? She'd hold the scissors like where I want it and be like, should I cut right here? I was like, yep, right there. And she would go snip like right exactly where I wanted my bangs, right exactly as high as I wanted these layers to go, and the length. She ended up first starting off with 1 inch, and then I was like, she went all the way around my hair, which took, of course, like about 10 minutes to do. After she finished that, I was like, oh my god, I feel terrible, but I kind of wanted a little more change than that length, so I was like, could you maybe do another inch? And she was so great. She's like, yeah, no problem. I like it, and it killed me to get on here and not put some barrettes in my hair, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks without any barrettes, like pulling it back or anything. So here's my hair. I've had a lot of requests through my Formspring. I'll put a link to my Formspring down there. Formspring is basically a place where you can ask me questions. I've had a ton of requests through Formspring to do reviews on products that I have. My stroller, my bassinet, my swing. So I was thinking of doing like a series of videos, like a review series. Like each video will be a certain item. If you have any special requests for something you want to see me review, put it as a comment below. I'm not saying these videos are going to pop up one after another really quickly, because you know how long it takes me to get on here and do a video. It takes me like, I can usually do about 1 a week, and then I can put some random footage of Carter up here. So I would like to do these reviews. They're not going to be awesome reviews comparing things to other things. I'm not going to be like, this stroller is better than this stroller, or this is better than this, because obviously I only have 1 car seat. I only have 1 high chair, so I can't compare to other things, and I've only had 1 baby, so I can't compare to other things, but I can tell you what I think of it and if I think I would maybe get it again or not. I also want to go ahead and address what's been going on with my Formspring account. People are really taking advantage of the fact that it is an anonymous site to ask me questions, and people are asking me rude questions or leaving rude comments about Carter. And I think it's starting to get a little bit out of hand. The idea behind it was to help people out. I am, again, considering not doing Formspring anymore because I'm putting myself out here on the internet. I'm not doing it to be criticized by people. I'm especially not doing it to have my baby criticized. Okay, there's a lot of comments about Carter's ears, and some of them are meant in a mean way. So I feel kind of like Dumbo's mom. I know that's terrible to say. I feel like Dumbo's mom, and people are criticizing my poor, innocent, sweet baby, his ears. Those big, mean, ugly old lady elephants criticize Dumbo. He's a little bit like, honestly, there are some big, mean, ugly elephants out there, and I don't need that. I'm not looking for that. That's why I filter my YouTube comments. Carter does not deserve that. He is a sweet baby. So, among other comments about me or comments, whatever, I'm not even going to empower them right now. I'm not looking for criticism, although I know that there is a ton to criticize because I'm a new mom and I'm putting myself on YouTube. But I'm not looking for criticism, and I will not respond to questions that I think are not appropriate or I think are critical of me, because I'm trying to build a positive media outlet for everyone to learn about their babies and things like that. Of course, I really appreciate anything constructive you have to say, but things that are just mean, I just don't need it. I just don't need that. So if I do end up ending my Formspring, I will let you guys know on Formspring, and I'm going to give you my email address, my personal email address, and you can email me personally with any questions because I don't need this anonymous stuff anymore. Or you can, of course, ask me questions here on YouTube. So Carter had his 6-month doctor appointment last week, and he is 16 pounds, 9 ounces, and 26 inches long. He's in the 29th percentile, which is kind of low. He only gained 2 pounds since he was last there at 4 months old. So I'm kind of trying to pump him full of milk and calories as much as I can now because I don't want him to be too underweight. I always wanted him to be a really chubby baby, so I'm trying to get him plumped up. I asked them, you know, he's 6 months old, and usually 6 months they get to start doing new things with their food because they're getting to be big babies. Well, I thought they would just sit us down and be like, okay, right now he's having breast milk and whatever we recommended last time, rice cereal and a fruit and a veggie. Now you can step it up to this, and you can do this and this and this now because he's 6 months, and when he's 7 months you can do this, and when he's 8 months you can do this, because we don't have another appointment until 9 months. So they didn't say that at all. So I guess it's kind of like, they're like, do you have any questions? I was like, yeah, what do we do next as far as feeding? And she was a physician assistant. She looked at me like I was like a silly girl that was like not asking about healthy questions, just asking about just something that was totally frivolous and irrelevant. Like feeding your baby was not very important. Like the next step in feeding your baby doesn't matter. So anyway, she's like, oh, I'll just give you a feeding chart. This feeding chart that she gave me is kind of confusing because it says at 6 months I can use plain strained meat, one at a time. I don't know what that means. Plain strained meat. What do I do? Do I fry? Do I like saute up a chicken and then mash it up? So anyway, that's 6 months old, and I can't picture him eating chicken. I don't know when I should start putting food in front of him for him to grab and eat. We're still doing jar food. And this feeding chart that they gave us, I know I can probably look online and read my books and look into it, but I was going to ask you guys first. 6 months old, 6.5 months old, he is now. What do you guys give your babies? Do you give them real food, like steamed vegetables, or are you still just doing jars? What should I do? What's the next step? Because this feeding chart is confusing. It's not very descriptive. It says you can give, at 7 months, you can give juice and meats and finger food, but it doesn't say how much they should get. That's my food. I'm so confused about this food thing. I'm still just doing what we're doing, which is milk and a little bit of baby food. But other than that, I'm confused. I don't know what to do next. So we signed Carter up for swim lessons. He starts on Monday. They're not real swim lessons like you see the baby floating in the water by himself or anything like that. It's actually just, supposedly, I haven't been to it yet, but supposedly it is just singing with the baby and splashing in a circle and stuff like that. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. Hopefully Carter will love it. We're doing it at the YMCA, and he got his own little badge. It's really cute. It's kind of like a fisheye view of him. It's really funny. Carter is signing milk. We've been doing this as milk in sign language, and he does it really well. This is Carter. Milk. Good boy. And I promise you that in that video, I was not going like that at all. I also want to tell you guys about this new vlogger that I found. Her name is Ashley. I'll put her screen name right here. You guys should check her out. She, I think, has 3 or 4 videos up so far, and I think she does a great job with her videos. So add her to your subscriptions. She has a baby. His name is Cohen. I think he is about a month younger than Carter, and she is so pretty, and that baby is so gorgeous. So check her out. She does good videos. Alright guys, that's everything I had to talk about today. Please leave me a comment. Talk to me about food, what you're giving your 6.5-month-old or what you gave your 6.5-month-old. And Carter has a shout out for someone. Who are you talking to, Carter? Also, let me know what you want to see me review, what items you want to see me review. Whatever has the most comments that you want to see is what I will probably do first. And if you have other ideas for baby videos or mother videos, any kind of videos, let me know. Alright, bye guys. Carter, he said milk. Carter. Milk. Yeah!
Good boy.
I personally am in love with his ears. I think they are the cutest thing about him. So, go ahead and say what you want about his ears. I think they're adorable. And I have the same ears, so.